Oh,
That one's
okay. It's working. Yes.
Yes. Alright, hi guys. This is Damien. It's like Y2JP94.
Yes, I've arrived. Yes.
Bernard, and also Adrian, and
You guys can see Bernard on my videos. Just find my channel.
yeah.
Yeah.
And and this
His
is
debut and it's stupid.
and this is the WWE Battleground results and thoughts. Okay, the first match is Rob Van Dam versus Alberto Del Rio, and it's a hardcore match. And Alberto Del Rio is the champion. Well, he retained.
I was actually expecting it to be a proper hardcore match, not just because to me with that it just seemed like a no disqualification.
Yeah, it just seemed more like that.
Why'd you call it a hardcore? I mean, hardcore, you've got barbed wire, fire and shit. I mean, if you have to go to a match...
PG.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I know that it's
not
PG, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I know that, but
It's
you
not
know,
a
you can't call
match.
it a hardcore match when half the shit that they use in the match isn't hardcore.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you look
It's
at
the same old shit,
yeah,
really.
it's you look at the match that Mick Foley and Edge had. That was a hardcore match. You can call that a hardcore match. That match that we saw was basically a no disqualification match. That turned out to be
Yeah, that's just how WWE PG hardcore matches are now.
Fuck PG.
It was
Fuck
only just 3 weapons and that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, $5 wrestling could do better than that. Nice one.
How?
Uh,
Use that weapon.
we'll edit it out.
Actually, that's a bit hard, actually.
Yeah, but $5 wrestling is very crazy.
But like, I mean, they could do a whole lot better than
CCW.
they could do a whole lot better than you
What
know,
do you
half
want?
the.
Do you want to say a drunken death match between RVD and ADR?
Put Dean Ambrose into that match as well.
Yeah. It should have been RVD, but remember like RVD versus Dean, like.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, that would have been the match of the year right there. Dean Ambrose drunk on his freaking head. Why not?
That'll be like great.
And he doesn't get suspended for it.
With the fork and the spoon.
I'll beat you with the fork and a spoon. I am an FBI agent.
Alright.
Oh man.
Yeah, actually, like, with this match, like, the first half, cause, I was ordering pizza for lunch, so, like, I missed out on a lot of it, but...
I mean,
That's a
Yeah.
good excuse.
Yeah.
I was ordering pizza, you know,
Yeah, I was ordering pizza.
didn't bother me, but the world heavyweight title is something that rarely cares about now.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
We're doing a video!
Hi, Scott. Well, that's
Alright.
That's just...
Okay, the next
Wrong.
match, okay, this match, the Greg Colley and Santino Marella versus the Real Americans. The Real Americans won. The best thing really about this match was the giant swing. Like, everyone was just, like, anticipating that. And that's just mainly the main reason why I really wanted this
Other than that,
match.
it was completely shit.
Yeah.
Waste of my time. I mean, I met Carly. I mean, we met Carly and Santino. Other than that, stop it. Why would I want to spend my time? Literally, I mean, I'd rather watch the Divas match than that.
Yeah, same here,
In
actually.
my opinion, that's a toilet break match for me.
Oh yeah, okay, next match, Curtis Axel versus R-Truth. Curtis Axel won. Yeah.
Woo! Axel!
Axel won! Like, really, like, this match was like, I was like, yeah.
I don't think
Was
so.
that-
alright, but
Yeah, but
Not
like, I
R-Truth.
wasn't,
Not
It's
R-Truth.
weird, it's
I
weird to
wasn't,
see R-Truth getting a push. Especially
Yeah.
When
now,
he just returned.
especially now when he's getting his own pay-per-view poster. And it's,
yeah, that
you
is a
know,
bit, yeah, it is
I mean,
weird, yeah.
shit, even Rey Mysterio never had that push.
what?
He
Well,
barely
yeah.
Mysterio,
had a
I don't think anyone has, you know, who's rarely been used, who has been used, all of a sudden had an injury, then poof, they come back and they get themselves a shot at a title.
Yeah, true.
You know, like who's injured at the moment? I don't,
Sarah did.
you know, Sheamus, he's injured.
Wait,
you know,
Sarah
right now.
but
did
he's in-
against Alberto Del Rio when he got injured by Alberto Del Rio, came back.
And what got himself a World Heavyweight title
yes,
shot? I
yeah.
don't remember that shit.
No,
What was that?
Alberto Del Rio.
2010?
Yeah, something
More like
that.
I don't remember half the shit that goes in 2010. The only thing that happens that I can remember was
Just
Nexus.
last
That's
week.
it. No, no. In 2010 was the Nexus. That's the
Oh,
only
I
thing I
did one
remember.
turning as well, I suppose.
I mean, the World Heavyweight title was just, meh. But
we're talking
Happy
about
with
the
Curtis
NWA.
Axel.
Yeah, like I feel like though, this is like one of the most, one of the least anticipated matches. It's just like everyone knew that Axel was gonna win.
A lot of it was, I think, Axel just used him mostly for the Ryback and Punk match.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, you can't really put a match on and then where he's been used in more of another, how can I explain this? He's been used on another match but not his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this was a match that, like, WWE has the habit of putting last minute matches on. That was the type of last minute
Yeah.
match.
Everything was
Especially with the
match.
tag team match with Real Americans. I mean,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I had no idea that the match was gonna happen until like the pay per view.
yeah.
So, yeah. Next match, Brie Bella versus AJ Lee, and AJ won. I'm just happy AJ won. Really.
Yeah. I have to say that was better than basically the other matches.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Actually, it was
harsh.
bad- it
That's
was
harsh. It's like I only paid $15 or whatever dollars to, not 15, like $30 just to watch the Divas match. Fuck everything else. Not even the main event.
Brie
Stuff
has
the main event.
improved, though. I'll say that. Brie's improved.
The reason why she's improved because of Total Divas. The whole reason why the division's improving
Oh,
is
yeah,
because of Total
No,
Divas.
but in wrestling as well. She's improved in wrestling.
What, just because she's been, the only reason
Well,
she's been
probably,
used is because
yeah.
of Total Divas and
Yeah,
the whole
yeah,
fact that she's a fiance now.
Yeah, and I think that could be part of the reason
I
why
mean,
she's improved. She's,
Like, for example,
she's-
Darren Young, I've got nothing against him, but ever since he came out, Buffy's been used more.
Not really.
Yeah, well,
He's
he has,
face.
It's still,
you know,
it's
he's
still-
turned
but
face.
yeah, exactly.
He got himself, him and Titus got himself, you know, tag title matches.
Yeah, but
Don't get me
That's-
wrong, they
Yeah,
have
but
had.
that
it's
Expecting it,
who's going to?
Don't get me wrong, I've
Shield
got
has
nothing
run out-
against
yeah,
any of them, but
the
you know.
Shield has run out of tag teams. Like until
Yeah.
Goldust and Cody beat them for it. That's
yeah,
it.
but you still got
That-
the
that's-
Usos. You still got the Usos.
Yeah, but
that's
they've
what.
beaten them twice or three times already.
Yeah, and they had
Yeah.
Mark Henry in there one of the matches, so
It was like, what's the point of Mark Henry being in there? Like,
I mean, he would have actually retired for good, in my opinion.
yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Okay, next match. The Shield versus the Rhodes family, and the Rhodes family won. It's probably my favourite match on the card.
Oh, it's a
I
great
second
match.
that.
It was
second
really
that.
good.
It was
I think out of everything, I enjoyed that
the
one
most
the
important match
Yeah.
of the whole pay per view.
As well, yeah.
A bit better than the main event. In terms of
Yeah.
import, I think it's more
More
important.
important, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It's my favourite match on the card. I really liked it.
But like
Um,
when we mentioned before with the tag team titles, I would be surprised, like I said to you earlier, to have Dustin and Cody Rhodes to go up against the Shield, because I do see that. Because
Yeah.
if you've got, like you mentioned,
yeah.
there's not much tag teams. Why not use them to? As
And
I mean,
I think that's what
You
will
still
happen.
got the.
So
You still got like the real Americans.
Yeah, but
but
they're
how
heels.
many
They're
times
not
did
going
they
to
go
turn
for the
face.
tag titles? How many times
Oh,
did they
yeah.
go for them?
They're not going to turn Real
Yeah.
Americans face.
No,
But
Well, no,
they're
but
going, okay, what's
you know,
going to happen is they're going to
But
break Real
you know,
Americans
other
up.
than
for Emperors, for
if Cody
Emperors,
Rhodes
for
and Goldust
Antonio.
gets if Cody Rhodes and Goldust gets the tag titles, that's another
Then that's it.
another
Then
thing.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But
But
because I would like to see Real Americans
of course,
become
yeah. I'm not
tag team
saying. I'm not
champions.
saying that. Yeah, of course. I
Otherwise,
think
it's going to be a typical Jack Swagger plus whoever it is tag team where the one who
Where
the
it's not
partner
important.
who's
Like
with
Rousey as well.
Swagger is going to become world champion like they did with
Yeah, well,
Ziggler.
Ziggler. It's like typical
funnily
thing.
enough, that
Now that we're hearing that
Antonio,
Tony says
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well,
going
now,
to.
now they're going to be face.
Yeah.
Now he's going to be world champions. Well, it's like well,
maybe not world champion, but
well, you know,
he's got the skills.
he's got the.
The thing is,
he's
they're
good
turning
for it.
him because of one move, and that's not really going to get him pushed
It-
that
it-
far.
one move does not make an entire
No, it
match
doesn't.
good.
Yeah.
And
And
he's I've seen
Like
old
he's got the
matches
skill.
where
No,
he
he's
is.
got really good skill. I'm not saying he doesn't, but like the fact that WWE are just pushing him because of that one move doesn't speak much for how far he's going to go. You know, like he's not going to win like any major.
because trust me, hey, if it was one move that did well, Cena would have just went to the top like that. If it was one move. That's it.
Anyway, next match, Kofi Kingston versus Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt won. This
Boring.
match was, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Boring.
it. That's it
It's
then.
not said.
Piss break time.
No, we said that before the other match. What was the match that I said? Was
This
the toilet
match?
break?
No.
The,
Carly and
Yeah,
Carly
Carly,
match,
that was
yeah.
the toilet break
Yeah.
match.
The Americans match,
But like,
yeah.
like when I found out that this match like gonna take place, I thought, yeah, like Bray Wyatt's gonna tell you to win, and I was right.
Yeah,
Just-
that's it. Yeah.
But
Another-
that's
another
just
last
that
Yeah,
bit
it
with
has a match. It's just like
that
a-
bit with the what Bray Wyatt did. freaked me out and
spider
freaked you
walk.
out as well.
Yeah.
And it was hard because Jaden's in. I'm like, whoa! I was like, shit, this guy's talented.
Yeah.
But I think another like I mentioned, it's last minute matches,
Yeah.
and they got to stop doing that because to me, last thing I want to do is to go in thinking that we have 5 matches, and then we get 3 crappy ones
But
that
I
just
think
get
like
pulled in.
a big reason why they've done it like this has happened is because
The
like
timing.
and they just haven't had as much hype,
2
like
weeks or
hyping up
3
for
weeks.
the
You know,
preview.
Yeah.
3
weeks
weeks
till the-
before.
They should just
There's a
not
week
even
still
have
till
Battleground,
show
just
too.
wait a
Yeah.
couple more weeks for Hell in a Cell.
WWE has that thing where they put too much pay-per-views. Like I know 2012, the moment you finished Hell in a Cell, 2 weeks later, Night of Champions, 2 weeks later you got Hell in a Cell.
That's
There's not
what's
that
happening,
time.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's-
Now it was Night of Champions. Two weeks later, it's
There's
Battleground,
no
2 3 weeks
there's
later.
no
now
gap
it's-
so you can give time
Yeah.
to put the matches.
Yeah.
Like I said, you just shove matches. I think give pay-per-views once every month.
Yeah,
Apart from
that's it.
Mania, you leave it till the 1st of April.
Yeah.
So you get a bit more
Yeah.
time. But in terms of everything else, don't worry about putting more pay-per-views in. For God's sake, it doesn't matter on how much pay-per-views you put in there. If you're gonna put good matches on the pay-per-views, it doesn't matter how many pay-per-views you put in there. More pay-per-view buys, more DVD buys at the end of the day. I mean, one extra number in terms of pay-per-views, but I don't see
Yeah.
the point why they should just keep adding matches.
Next one, Ryback versus CM Punk, and
Yeah, Punk won.
Yeah, it's
I
got
wore
7
this.
again.
I just wore this today. I'm like, screw it. Sorry, I wore this.
A traitor.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I'm not a traitor. I like Punk. It's just I saw it. I'm like, I haven't worn this in a while.
That's what I was thinking. That was at the PWA.
Yeah, no, I wore this a couple of times, but I think PWA was the last time I saw it.
Yeah. I didn't really pay attention to this match. Like most of the time, I was just.
It's Ryback's fault.
I think
I was
yeah,
just
it's
like,
right.
so,
That's
and
right.
also like eating as well. I'm like,
It was
Yeah.
it wasn't
I
an
mean,
interesting
no.
thing.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that they had the match last year, Hell in a Cell and stuff,
And-
yeah.
And then-
it's just a bit
and then now
boring.
it's like, okay, yeah.
The feud's kind of dragged on a bit with Heyman as well. Like
Yeah.
it needs to end.
It's like AJ Styles versus Daniels in TNA.
Yeah,
It's,
that one.
It's too long.
It keeps going on, and you're
the
just
end
sick of
scoring,
it. Trust me.
Yeah. And that's what's happening with this. Yeah.
And like they just need to stop making continue. Like, hey, good rivalries happened. They think, okay, if it happened the first time, let's do it again.
Yeah.
And
It's good to try again the second time, but
if you're just
No
gonna
one
keep-
wants to see Ryback.
he
Like
doesn't.
really.
He's a freaking jobber.
Well, he's
So-
not a
well,
jobber.
he's not really a
Well,
jobber.
well,
He's big, not the
You know,
jobbers.
by the sounds of it now, it sounds like it'll be.
Oh,
You know?
He's
He's just a main event jobber.
Heels,
Yes.
heels always lose, basically. Oh,
Well,
not
most-
always.
Well,
most of
I
the
did like the low blow that Punk did give.
Yeah.
But to
You know,
me,
good
it's like
thing
I'm
after the
thinking,
match.
I hear the
I'm
commentators.
surprised. I'm surprised by the low
Yeah,
blow
but
for the
see
finish.
again, that's much more. That means Hell in a Cell will be.
Oh,
Every
I mean,
month. Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's one of those things that where it's significant and it will play the next part of the next match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like you gave me a low blow, so we're gonna have another match for it.
Yeah,
you know.
seems like that. In the last match, Randy Orton versus Daniel Bryan, and that ended in a no contest because
Big Show,
Big
fuck
Show
you.
interfered.
Fuck
I'm like,
you.
I'm not really happy about that at all because like I wanted to see a WWE champion at the end of the match.
And now it's just gonna drag on for a couple of
It's-
months.
And now,
It's
it's,
smart,
and
though,
now it's
like-
going to be a triple threat.
Honestly,
Oh,
I
I
think-
hope not.
Well,
I
you know,
think-
if he says no more, then it's like, well, now I've done all the shit you want. Now, I want the
Yeah,
more
but
title.
Big Show doesn't need to be added in there. Like the Orton and Bryan thing.
It was
going on
great.
for longer.
It was great to see Orton versus Bryan feud rivalry, but it's like, okay, let's find out if Daniel Bryan can actually win it, so we can find out his next opponent, which it will be someone who's
Who's different? It's not just gonna be the same old Triple H rivalry with Daniel Bryan, and it's like someone different. Like, it's like the whole Orton thing is basically saying that can Daniel Bryan be the champion? If he can, he wins it. He'll win the belt, and then let's see what will go after that, and if he'll be a champion that we hoped he can be.
Okay, a couple points from me. Okay, first of all, I think the ending was it wasn't great, but it does make you think about Raw. Yeah, what's going to happen on Raw? Pardon me.
True.
Yeah, will Big Show get fired? Will Big Show? Yeah, will Triple H? Blah blah blah. Secondly, it would be nice for Triple H to come out of retirement, like to face Brian and put Brian over.
I
like,
think that might happen.
and that would be a great thing.
Oh,
you know.
right.
It's like some personal vendetta he's got against
Yeah, yeah,
Brian.
right.
So there's like, okay, I want you a match against.
Yeah.
It's that. It's
And
that.
Survivor Series, he comes out of retirement, and Brian wins against Triple H, which
Which
Triple
might
H rarely
signify
loses.
him being a real champion.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. It will be better than him actually having the belt, maybe. Like, and then he can go into Royal Rumble, possibly, win the Royal Rumble then, and then WrestleMania win the title finally. But yeah,
Cena will
Yeah,
win the
but-
belt again.
No.
What's gonna happen between if he does
Gosh,
let's
it's
say
awful.
if he does win the title at WrestleMania, what's gonna happen between then now and then?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's
is,
what I'm saying.
by the time you go to WrestleMania, he'll probably be like a 3-4 time WWE champion.
oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if
They'll
you,
give him-
if okay, so let's say Randy Orton beat Daniel Bryan again. Daniel Bryan gets screwed out of the title by Triple H at Hell in a Cell. Okay, so that and then basically Triple H says that's it, no more shots because he've already had enough for the title. Blah blah blah. Yeah, okay, so. That way he's not in the title hunt anymore. Randy Orton's still champ. Most probably will
I
go
think
on
it's just-
against
but
Big
I
Show.
I think it's just plain jealousy
then-
that Triple H is
And then
was the face of the company. His time is up. So if they give the belt to Daniel Bryan, he'll be the face of the company.
But I'll
and,
actually.
and that's the thing. And then Triple H will
Yeah.
go on to first Daniel Bryan at Survivor Series and then possible and then
You know
and
that-
then
you know
leads on to
Survivor,
Royal Rumble.
Survivor Series is the next pay per view.
After Hell in a
Yeah.
Cell.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
it,
know,
yeah.
And then most probably at Royal Rumble will be nice to see Daniel Bryan come in at 1. Triple H
Yeah.
makes him number 1, and Daniel Bryan wins it from number 1.
But I would like to see Orton continue as WWE champion as a heel.
Yeah.
Because
that's
I would
what-
actually like to
Because
see another rivalry with
it was-
Christian. That was
Yeah, I
one of the
think that would
best
be good.
rivalries back in
Mm.
what I think 2011.
Yeah, it was
I
like
like
So-
the rivalry with Triple H and Orton back in 2009 and a bit of 2008. I think that was
it was a really great.
that was I think one of the most personal feuds out of all of them. But that's just me.
They ruined it at WrestleMania, of course. They ruined it.
That what? That's WrestleMania 25.
Yeah, that match sucked.
I love that.
It was a good match, but it just didn't live up to the hype.
Yeah.
Especially like
But like the backlash match, like the month after, was way better.
Oh yeah, love that. Especially Shane O'Mac. That was awesome coming back. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but
did we also
indeed,
miss the pre-show match kickoff?
Oh.
No one really
That
cares.
really gives a shit. No.
Dolph Ziggler.
No one really
versus-
cares.
Yeah.
Just-
um,
I did hope
Sandow.
for Sandow to cash it in though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd been
but-
good.
But then again,
why,
it's-
why
basically
would
in
you?
the-
Yeah.
It,
Why
it,
would
to
you
me,
cash in
I
with
don't
Hell in
think
Hell?
it does. It's not
Like, if-
convincing him being the champion.
No, I
Yeah.
honestly
It
think
would-
he'll
it
be the
would be,
first one to lose.
I reckon it would probably be
the
RVD,
second
maybe
scene
Christian
didn't
Oh,
winning.
didn't win, he didn't
Oh,
lose.
true. Yeah.
I reckon it might be RVD, maybe Christian, maybe someone else who might win, and then it will be Damien Sandow catching it in. Because
Yeah, but
it's
remember he's got a
over.
year to cash it in. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
a couple of months has already gone by.
Yeah,
You can't, I mean, look how Dolph Ziggler. How long has he been
Had he
WWE?
been, yeah,
He had it since WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And when did he cash it
No,
in?
no, he had the, no, no,
after
he had
WrestleMania.
the-
Yeah,
at
Yeah,
Money
but
in the
like-
Bank, and then
yeah,
held
but
it for
he's
6
had it.
months,
Yeah,
7 months.
so
yeah.
you know you got to
Yeah.
hold it for a while. I mean, Edge held it for the longest, I think.
I think
But yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, I would like to see someone who had it for that entire year
Yeah.
and not use it. It's like one of those things you carried around, but you keep forgetting that you're gonna cash it in.
I honestly think that.
But I don't think he's gonna cash it in anytime soon.
I think Damien will be the first one to lose because they don't want, because they keep bringing up that
Yeah.
nearly every champion has one.
Well,
John
apart
Cena
from
did
Cena
it.
was the only one.
And that's the thing.
That's
they
the thing I'm
won't
happy
want
about.
Cena to be
Yeah.
the only one to have not won it. So if they have Damien lose, then that way.
Because like I said, it's
Yeah.
not convincing to have Damien Sandow as champion.
No, I just don't see him as
he's lost
championship
too
material
much.
just yet.
Yeah.
No, but I would like to see. I don't care if it's Money in Bank winner that's happened that winner that happens like in the next few years. But I would like to see one person cash it in either a few days or even a day before the contract expires for the Money in
Yeah,
Bank. I would
That'd be
love
good
to
to
see
see.
that.
That's
happen,
like one
see
of
that
those things.
happen.
Like, will he do it before the?
Well, it
nights?
would have to, but it's like, well, you know, if it's like
Yeah.
till midnight, you know,
Yeah.
till next
Like,
day. It's
yeah,
like,
I mean, it's not like a 24-hour match.
no,
for
but
God's
you,
sake.
no, but you know, it's like
Can't
hopefully.
just
They
have a
pin-
match in the
They
middle of the
pin, yeah,
morning.
they pin him in bed.
Oh! What
Sorry.
did you think of that?
Oh, man.
But
You're
like,
sad.
like what Daniel Bryan said he'd do, you know, cash in at WrestleMania, although he cashed in before. But yeah, same thing, eh?
Or even if you can cash it in the day, like the week or two before WrestleMania, that'll be a good way to walk into, man.
This is still going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into 20 minutes, dude.
Yeah, it's like the longest.
Longest video. But
Yeah,
Party
okay, well,
time.
that's it.
Anyway, yeah, this is our video, and like if you and like if you've got any comments or like any opinions or anything, just leave them in the comments area, and yeah, I'll get back to you.
Subscribe to me.
Yeah, subscribe to him.
please, I need the subscriptions, please.
Okay, bye.
Why the J fan 94?